Minogijget egi yawak. It was a beautiful day. Minogijget means good or beautiful day. Egi, it was. Yawak was a beautiful day. Minogijget egi yawak. Nangodak means once. Oda, this Chomokman, white guy or American guy. Joe Jinkazot, he was called Joe. Gejep, early in the morning. Egi dokit, he woke up. So the whole thing kind of reads out. Once this white guy called Joe woke up early in the morning. Nangodak Oda Chomokman Joe Ejnakazot Gejep Egi dokit. Jeeptebe, he or she sits. Ja jeeptebe, he sits around or continues to sit. Egi wisnit, he eats. Egi gish gejep wisnit, so after he eats breakfast. So the whole thing is Ja jeeptebe egi wisnit, egi gish gejep wisnit, or he's sitting around after eating breakfast. So jeeptebe again is sit. Ja jeeptebe, sitting around. Egi wisnit, he ate. Egi gish gejep wisnit, so after he ate breakfast, after he ate that morning food. Egi gish gejep wisnit. Kwe ja jeeptebet ga zagich enabet ewauye wabmet. So kwe while or a while ja jeeptebet, he's sitting around. Zagich is outside. Enabet, he looks. Wauye wabmat, he looks around. That wauye is kind of like that circular motion, so he's kind of looking here and there. So he sat around and looked around outside. So he sat around for a while and looked around outside. So he's kind of debating maybe what he wants to do. Kweja jeeptebet ga zagich enabet ewauye wabmat. Gison emokajnet ako zagich ejiat egi kadot. So that gison is like Jesus, but it's saying, it's marking who's doing it. The sun. Egi mokajnet. Mokajnet means he or she emerges or kind of comes up or comes out. Emokajnet. Could be coming out from behind the clouds. It could be coming out because the morning it's rising. Either one. Ako, while zagich ejiat egi kadot. So that zagich is outside. Jiat means to go. Ekadot. So the sun emerged when he went outside. Gizon emokajnet ako zagich ejiat egi kadot is what he said. Zagich ejiat bamajna minogijget. So again, zagich means outside. Ejiat, he goes. Bama means later, can kind of mean later on. We use it like we're saying later on. Bama mina, bama pi. But it can also just mean like later in time. So later, jana minogijget. So later it was a nice day or a beautiful day. That minogijget, a beautiful day or good day. So he goes outside and later it's a beautiful day. Zagich ejiat bamajna minogijget. Epamsit, he walks around. Aquepamsit ekidot. So he walks around for a while, he says. Epamsit, aquepamsit ekidot. Again, the ekidot as he says, but epamsit. Remember, he's telling this as a story. He's kind of looking at images. This is kind of what's jumping into his mind right off as he sees it. So. Pamsit ilje koe nani boji egi kipkoshit o koembat gikado. So again, epamsit, he walks around. Ilja means and then. Koe, for a while. Nani bo, so he stands. He stands in kind of one place. Nani bo. And that G right there, I'm not sure if he says G or he says G, like there. I think he may actually be saying G there. So he stands there for a little while. Egi kipkoshit. Kipkoshe is the verb to be sleepy. So he starts to get sleepy. Egi, or he got sleepy. Egi kipkoshit o koe. And then koembat gikadot. And then he's gonna try and sleep. Is what I think that's really trying to say. It. Koe is kind of interesting. Ko by itself can be like while, and then koe can be like doing something for a little while, but then kwe can be trying to. So they're real close. So I think what he's really trying to say is here. So he walks around, then he stands around for a while. He became sleepy, and he would decide to try to take a nap. Gikado is what he said. Pamset ilja koe nanibo ji egi kipkoshit o koe mbat gikado. Koe zagajasak egi numbat emana na anakwek edoki. So koe, while Zagajasak, he's outside egi numbat, he starts to go to sleep. Emana is kind of like roundabout. Emana now quek around noon. Edokit, he wakes up. So while he's outside, excuse me, tries to take a nap, and around noon he wakes up. Bamajana kitchebuezo ej gijatek neshkat indoabmat indoabduk ingoji gewi tagon. So Bama later, and then that shana kind of adds emphasis or kind of helps it flow. Bama shana kitcha means really or kind of intensely, but Wizo, he's really sweating. So he's really sweating. That edge just kind of flows into gjatek. It's hot. And then that neshkat, I'm not actually sure what's going on with that neshkat there. I think he's just saying like later on basically. Doab mat means he's trying to see or trying to find. And then he changes it to indowabduk, which that just means to find something inanimate. Ingoji gewi tagon. So he's trying to find somewhere where there's a stump or a log. That's that tagon. And then gegin just is kind of a way of kind of flowing the sentence along. So it's like, and also he gewin. So later he's really sweating since it's hot outside. He starts to look around for somewhere for a log. Ewabmat and naskoat oda tagon egibiem tagon ekweja jeep debet. So Ewabmat, so he sees in naskoat, and he approaches oda this tagon, this log or this piece of wood egibie, and he comes towards this log, this tagon ekwe jeep debet, and he tries sitting down, or he sits for a little while. Ekweja jeep debet, and sits down for a little while. So he sees a log, approaches it, and he comes to sit on the log for a while. Gaga is soon, or in this sense, it's kind of like a little bit later. Jajip, but he sits there. So he sits there for a little while, and Egin weshmot, and he rests. That weshmo is the verb to rest. Mina and Egi keep koshik, and he got sleepy. Koe jashkuk, and here I think he's trying to say he's going to try and lie down is what he says. So after a while, after sitting for a while and resting, he got sleepy, so he's going to lie down. That's what the whole thing would be. Egi kipkoshuk wa amina egimbat aginambat eminogishget ene awak. So Egi kipkoshut, he was sleepy, and mina egimbat, and he went to sleep. Egi numbat, and as he was sleeping, or while he was falling asleep, trying to sleep, and Minogij ene awak, it became a nice or a beautiful day. It really was a beautiful day. And Minogij ene awak. So he was sleepy and fell asleep, and while he was sleeping, it was a beautiful, nice day. Bama mina bama na aptadabaket egi dokit oskono kogachgana gikado. Now this one is a little bit hard to understand. I think he's doing some compound words here, but Bama Mina later again. This is one of those situations where if understanding the whole thing, you can get the gist of what's going on. Bama Mina later again, or later Bama. The na here is just kind of an emphatic to try to kind of make the sentence flow and also kind of add a little emphasis. So kind of like later on, or later it was optadabaket, it was midnight egi doki. So later on, so a little while or time passes kind of like. And then later, it's midnight was when he wakes up at Gidokit. Oskono kogachgana gikadot. And that skona, kogach means like get the heck out of here. So he has to go to school, so he needs to get the heck out of here. Oskono kogachgana gikadot. So he's like, man, I got to get out of here. I got school, basically. Time passed. Later, it was midnight when he woke. He needed to get the heck out of here. He had school. Indowabmat debut giswanen bamajna apta debuket o egi zam mbayan egikidot. So Indo Wabmati tried looking at Debutgi Swanen, his watch, thing that measures the sun, that Debutgi Swan. Bamajna, it was late. So late up to the bucket, it was midnight. Oh, Egi Zam Mbayan Egikidot. So Zam is too much, Mba. So he slept too much or overslept. Egikidot, he said. So he looked at his watch, it was late. It was midnight, he had overslept, he said. Mise Mbagnak Gewin Enembat Koe Il. So Mise is kind of like once, Mbagnak. Mbagan is bed, Mbagnak in the bed. Gewin Enembat. So basically here it's like once he got to his bed he went right to sleep, and then Il means the end. So Mbaganak in the bed, Gewin, he was also he, and Nembat, he started to go to sleep or he went to sleep. Koe, like for a while. So basically once he got to bed he went right to sleep at the end. And so listening to this along and then listening to the actual video itself after this should help hopefully with some of your comprehension of the actual story, since the next part is going to be just in the language. So hopefully you took a few notes or something that maybe you want to follow up with later. Mamamino.